Hello and welcome to The Bad Show and another Bad Show review. You know the drill, we review the latest... You know what, sod it, I'm going off script. Going rogue, as it were. Sorry, Derp.
Sorry.
With all the crazy goings on in the world at the moment and everyone in isolation due to the Kung Flu outbreak, we have decided to put a video or two out for your enjoyment. We have given up any notion of ever making any kind of career on YouTube, but this one's for the people who have supported us over the last 3 years. Thank you all. Oh, apologies for the audio quality, but I lent my microphone to a buddy at work and he neglected to return it before the isolation was enforced. Additionally, I am showing early signs of Kung Flu, so excuse my voice. Originally, Dirt was supposed to write this review, but he simply cannot be trusted with such things. So, here is our coronavirus quarantine special edition review of Doom Eternal. When I were a lad growing up and dinosaurs still walked the earth way back in the 1990s, and the SNES and Mega Drive were duking it out for #1 gaming system, I remember a friend of mine invited me round his house for a sleepover whilst his folks were away, and he introduced me to a game on his PC called Doom. I had never experienced anything like this before. We literally spent all night playing this gore fest of a game in the dark, sugared up off our tits on Coca-Cola and penny sweets. This was basically the cocaine of 90s kids. This was the first time I ever experienced what I now call gamer rush. Most of you will know what I'm talking about. When your heart is pounding and you haven't blinked in so long it hurts to close your eylids, and somehow you've managed to lose 4 hours in just 20 minutes. Anywho, with that in mind, Doom Eternal wasn't really on my essential 2020 list, initially just because the lineup this year is pretty special. But Derp has been in my ear like... I finally snapped and gave in. So here we go, Doom Eternal. Is it any good? Doom Eternal is a first-person shooter developed by ID Software and published by Bethesda Softworks. It is the 5th main game in the Doom series.
Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, Balf. This is the 7th game in the franchise. 7th main game.
You stupid monkey!
And a direct sequel to 2016's Doom. Poundland Master Chief.
Poundland Master Chief? Poundland Master Chief?
Is back with his trusty chainsaw BFG and a whole host of new shiny toys, including some nifty Predator-style shoulder cannons. A literal nod to Doom 2 Hell on Earth, the setting this time takes the Slayer all over the globe, eradicating the demonic host with extreme prejudice. And I mean extreme. Everything in this game is ultra-violent. Of course, there's the tearing monsters literally limb from limb, or blowing them up with enough military ordnance that would give Donald Trump a baby boner. But even the way the Slayer climbs is aggressive enough to make the Hulk proud.
Who is that lovable
And ever-loving Hulk! Hulk!
As you smash, squelch, rip and explode your way through the denizens of hell, it quickly becomes apparent that there is a lot of care gone into the core gameplay loop to stop Doom Eternal just becoming another brainless shooter. And let's be honest, if you're watching someone else play it, that is what it looks like. However, there is a good amount of strategy required. The game loop is as follows. Glory kills will heal you. Chainsaw kills will restore your ammo. Flamethrower kills will restore armor. And doing all of these things, charge up Slayer's Blood Punch, which can wipe out a crowd in a single blow. Then there is a secondary gameplay loop, where all the larger demons have a specific weakness to exploit that will enable you to kill them extra quick. This might be taking out cannons, overloading shields, or blowing out specific limbs. Usually these require specific weapons or mods to do the job correctly, so you will be switching through your arsenal and managing your ammo if you know what's good for you. When these are first introduced, it usually plays out like a mini boss fight with tutorials. Give an hour or two of gameplay though, and you'll be comfortably killing multiples of that enemy with effective ease. When I first started the game, I found myself trying to play defensively, using cover and whatnot. This is not how Doom wants to be played, however. Full-on aggression is the only way. The game seemed to teach me that hit-and-run tactics whilst picking off the little guys for health and ammo was the only true way to survive. You see, this is the unusual thing about the way that Doom Eternal is built. It teaches you how to cope with the pantheon of demons step by step, but by the end of the game, you are quite literally obliterating everything with all of the utilities at your disposal. As if the vanilla offerings weren't enough, each weapon has a number of mods, adding alt-fire modes ranging from wave blasts, grenade launchers and grappling hooks, just to name a few. This adds more gadgets and gimmicks than Batman's bloody utility belt.
Money belt, not a money belt. 6 million.
7 million. Never leave the cave without it.
The progression mechanic doesn't stop there though, as you can also unlock passive abilities via the Slayer's suit and relics found along the way. This adds a kind of modular way to build effective loadouts to eviscerate the demonic hordes. The inspirations for everything that makes Doom Eternal what it is are evident to see. Of course, they have built upon the 25-year legacy, but there's also a touch of Stargate there, and Predator, and there's no small amount of Warhammer 40k as evidenced by Doomslayer's flying space citadel castle thing. Unless you've been listening to this review instead of watching it, it's pretty obvious that this game looks great. It's not photorealistic, but with an almost cartoony design mimicking the original series, albeit in much higher detail. Some of the backdrops are wonderful, with fallen mecha warriors and slain demons that are too big to fit on the screen, giving an indication of humanity's last stand against the demons not going so well for them. The level designs range from smart and interesting to straight up disgusting. One minute you're in a destroyed city turned battleground, the next thing you know you're wading through what looks like a rancid vagina with teeth. On top of that, some of the levels are straight up out of a dungeon from a Mario game. As in Doom 2016, the textures and character designs are all on point, and the general aesthetic of the game stays true to the original series. One of the things that really stands out is the performance optimization. I found the game running flawlessly with no crashes or bugs, and in this day and age on launch, it's quite a rare thing. What can I say about the sound design? How about fuck yeah? Because that is definitely the feeling the music encourages. The electronic and metal themes get me so pumped I found myself massacring demons with a maniacal grin worthy of the Joker on my face. I played with headphones, and I have to say if you truly appreciate audio design, this is the only way to play this game. Crank that shit up and let your ears bleed out. Music aside, the ambience and background noises are eerie as hell, and the monsters' grunts, growls and whatnot add to the ensemble. To finish it all off, the cherry on the proverbial cake if you will, the guns sound bloody awesome, and the sound of flesh being ripped asunder by a chainsaw is visceral and squelchy enough to be real. In a nutshell, there is a lot this game does right, but I think the audio is damn near perfection.
Perfection.
I take my hat off to you, ID Softworks. Job well done. Doom Eternal is, in my opinion, the purest game to be released this year so far. It's fun and addictive, easy to pick up but hard to put down. No Hollywood actors, no microtransactions, just good old, ultra-violent fun, and I have to say I really love this game. This game is a love letter to long-time fans of the series, pure and simple.
You're goddamn right.
Who'da thunk it? Dirt picked a winner. So, the Bat Show final score for Doom Eternal is 9 10 out of 10. And of course it gets the seal of approval. Go buy this game for the love of God and send Bethesda the message that if they release bug-free games that aren't full of greedy shit, we will buy them and they will sell well and they will be loved by the fan base. Anyways, thanks for watching guys, and stay safe out there. Ta-ra!
Congratulations and celebrations when I tell everyone that you're in love with me.